Hello everyone. In this video, we will be discussing about codes and standards. So this is a very important topic because all this particular topic is connected with whatever the problems or whatever the concepts we discuss in our design subject. This basics codes and standards will be applicable for that. So, the obligatory norms to which various characteristics of a product should conform. In general, we can say this for codes and standardization. So, in specific, if you want to define standards and codes means, for standards, we can define it as a set of specification for parts, materials or processes. And for the codes, set of specifications for analysis, design and testing. If you compare the standards and the codes means, in case of the standards, we will be focusing more on the parts, materials or the processes. So parts means if you take any one particular machine, so how many possible parts we can able to classify, and for making all the different parts, what all the materials I'll be choosing depending upon the internal external stress or the load which is acting on it, and different types of process also we discussed on which process I have done my like a part making. That is also we need to focus on the standards. But in case of the codes, where the specifications for the analysis, design and testing, it is more of the technical part and it is more of the making part. And moving to the standards, so it can be classified into three types, that is company standards, national standards and the international standards. So company standards is the thing what where the company brand will be highlighted on the particular product. Example, service standards and all we have discussed. No, the same thing we can say, we can take it for the company standards. Then what do you mean by national standards? So national standards mean the product will be approved throughout national wide. Examples we can say like ISO, mark, DAN, so all those things. So these organization actually they analyze the product and they give the approvals to our whatever the products we are submitting for the approval. And the next one is nothing but international standards, where the product or the design whatever we are making, we are sending for approval purpose to some organization where it is recognized internationally. Example ISO, and even we have many codes also. So the characteristics includes materials, dimensions and shape of the component, and also the method of testing and the method of marking. And very important is the packing and storing of the product also plays an important role in the standardizations. For the material standards, their chemical compositions. So here I have listed down some of the mechanical properties under its heat treatment. So FG 150, FG 200 and FG 220. So in IS or the IS organization has given the name as IS 220. So the meaning of IS 210 is the thing, but it is good in its strength. Then moving to the next material, that is 55 CR3. So the IS grade as IS 570 part 4. So where the chemical composition has clearly described here. Then moving to the standards for shapes and dimensions of commonly used machine elements, where the examples here you can able to see like dimensions of the cross section of the V belts, where usually the standard will be given as IS 2494. So the number 2494 for the dimensions. Next, even we have standards for fits, tolerances and surface finish of the component also. So for the fit, the IS standard is to IS 2709, and even for the tolerances the code is IS 919, and recommendations for limits and fits for engineering only it is preferred. Then the surface texture, the standard code is IS 10719, and even we have standard for testing of products also. So example, the testing of pressure vessels usually it is denoted with IS 2825, and the standards for engineering drawings of component means it is SP 46 by BIS for the engineering drawings. So what are the advantages of standardization? Why standardization is required? Without standardization, if we are to move ahead, what are the problems we'll be facing? So for that, if we have a look on these advantages, then we will understand exactly what is the purpose of the standardization. So usually it reduces the types in the market. So if you are looking for any particular product in the market, example mobile phone, if you take it, we have varieties of products. So among all these things, how to identify the good one? In case if it is certified with so and so like standardized organization, means it is easy for us to identify. So likewise, so we can able to reduce the types and even the dimension of the identical components also. So if my any in my product, if any one of the part is not working and that should be replaced, means if it is a standard product, means that particular part can be replaced because the standard dimension of components will be available in the market. So the next one is nothing but it reduces the manufacturing facilities required for the individual organization. So once for one product the standardization is given, means I can follow the similar standardization. It may be a manufacturing process, it may be material selection, whatever the thing, I can go with the same kind of process. So I need not to focus on other problems. Instead of that, the similar process I can able to continue. And next one is nothing but easy replacement and availability. And fourth one is the reduced designer tasks. So once the design is being approved as a standard, means I need not to go for any kind of complicated design in case if I want to do any changes in it, and even it will be a kind of reference for the newcomers who want to improve the or optimize our product. And last one is nothing but improved quality and reliability. And next we will be discussing about preferred series material and its selection. So the preferred series are series of numbers obtained by geometric progression and it should be rounding off. So we have to like four basic preferred series and I have listed here. First one is the R5 series. R5 series is nothing but 5 root of 10, which is rounded as 1.58. Then we have R10 series where 10 root of 10 where the rounding of is 1.26. Then R20 series where 20 root of 10 where the rounding of is 1.12. Then R40 series we have where 40 root of 10 and the rounded off number is 1.06. So these numbers are actually we will be using when we are looking for a geometric progression. The other series are also called the derived series, and that is obtained by multiplying or dividing the basic sizes by the 100 or 10 or like thousands, etc. So with this code standards and the preferred series gets completed. Thank you.